Hi there. Today is Sunday, June 20th, and this is the week 24 Return to Creativity update with your host, Jennifer Vanderbeek of scrapsoflife.com. Welcome. How are you? How's your week been? If, like most of the country, it's probably been hot, and now it's starting to get a little rainy if you are in the southeastern United States, like I am. Whew, it's been kind of steamy. Lots of humidity, lots of stickiness. Not my favorite thing in the world. I'm hoping that Claudette is actually going to kind of help give us a break. Hopefully, I haven't checked the weather actually this morning to see if if it, you know, how it impacted Louisiana and so forth. But yeah, I know we've got rain coming for like the next week. So maybe that will keep things a little cooler here. But I certainly feel for the industries that are impacted by the weather. I know our guys at work might be having to work around tracks that are a little damp. So, I am in an awkward position. I have news, but I can't quite share it yet. I don't want to say it and then something happen and the news change. So I'm gonna say, but 2 weeks from now, hopefully I'll have like a really, really awesome update to share with you guys. In the meantime, I'll just keep plugging along as usual. If all goes well, it's gonna mean it's gonna mean, it's gonna be such a good thing. It's such a good thing. Okay. So, coloring book update. The interior is done. At least, the drawings, the captions, everything. And I think I've mentioned before that there's a story that goes along with all the different pages that I created, all the different things. And so part of what I was stuck on was how to put it together, how to make it make sense to everyone else the way it did in my brain. But all of the captions are done, and most pages ignore the highlighter. This was one of the pages I had to, edit some stuff on. But I have little facts and trivia and just different things because those who know me know that I am nothing if not a wee bit extra when it comes to my projects. So yeah, the inside is done, and yes, I'm an artist, so I am always critical of my work, and yet, as I was flipping through this and looking at the different pages, of course I see the things that could have been done differently, and there's always things that could be improved upon or changed or tweaked. But you can spend your whole lifetime tweaking one project and never actually putting it out there into the world. So, I do accept the pages for what they are, but oh, they make me so happy. I was flipping through it and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I'm sure it will be even cooler when I get the copy from Amazon. Not quite there yet. I am working on the cover this weekend. And color is always, the cover of course will be in full color, but it's always a little bit of a struggle for me. I am getting better, of course, but this is the cover of a book I'm hoping to sell. And so, it's pressure, a little bit of pressure. But I'm getting there. Yeah, I'll get the cover art done this weekend, start working on the back cover art because there will be some smaller pages, smaller versions of the pages, some colored, some line art on the back of the book, like you would normally have on, kind of like something like that, or what seems to be the norm for adult coloring books these days. And and then it's just like the administrative type stuff, getting it uploaded, or well, I still have to do the front matter and the back matter, but that's more, boilerplate for the most part, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, I'm so close, and I'm so happy. So that's the main thing for this week. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I meal prepped yesterday. Oh gosh, again the heat. It wasn't actually that bad, but yeah, it was just grueling. I am glad at this point that I have no desire to go back into a commercial kitchen again, because I'm not quite sure that I could fully like hack it these days, stamina wise. But yeah, I got all our meals prepped for next week, including like a crate of corn on the cob that a coworker had, I guess, grown and brought in and said, you know, it's more than I can eat before it starts to go bad. Y'all take it. And yeah, so I've got a lot of corn in the freezer now. I just strip it all off so we could just put it in the freezer and stuff. But you know, that was still very nice of him to share. And yeah, we'll enjoy that throughout the summer, I'm sure. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? The garden's doing well. I have diagnosed some of the some of the plants, some of the like the tomatoes are showing a little bit of blossom end rot, which I looked up and, you know, which I thought that's what I'd heard about it, and I thought that might be what it was called. So I looked it up, and yes, the pictures match. So it's caused from a mostly from like calcium deficiency in the soil. And so, but they make products to help fix that. And so we're gonna get that taken care of. I got my first zucchini off of the squash plants this week, and a handful of, or a few, French dressing radishes. I love them. I think they're great. And I used the zucchini along with a couple more that I purchased at the store in one of this week's upcoming meals. So that was kind of cool. Looking forward in a few weeks to having enough eggplants to make, you know, an eggplant dinner, because yeah, those seem to be going really well so far this year. And like I said, the tomatoes are starting to show up, but it's going to be a little while before we get good tomatoes. And what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Yeah, just, you know, bebopping right along, doing the best we can. It was kind of a rough week at work. Not anything like awful or, you know, noteworthy bad, just oh so long. The new person in the office did start on Tuesday, and so I was training Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday afternoons. And Thursday was probably the most strenuous because what I was training on her on was pretty involved. And it wasn't just something that's like, okay, this is how you do it. You comfortable? Great. Get started. Ask me come to me with any questions. No, it was we've got to go over every little thing because there was just so much information to know. And so that was 5 straight hours of that. So that was exhausting. Thursday was especially exhausting. But then Friday, I kind of had a respite because she has a weekend job that starts on Fridays. So yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are her days. And yeah, so I will be training some more this coming week, and we'll see how it goes. You know, it is what it is. We're you know, trying to get things taken care of, and that's kind of the name of the game. So yeah, cross fingers for me that this week goes well for so many reasons. Let's see, what else? So yeah, this week, my own project-wise is, of course, going to be focused on the coloring book, wrapping that up, getting that uploaded to Amazon, and once it's approved, whatever like approval or review process they go through, I'll order myself a copy and be very happy about that. then, oh, as well, I just heard back this morning from my character cocktail client and got some clarification, got some feedback from her on what we're doing, on the direction we're going for that. And yeah, so yeah, moving right along there. So I will be working some more on that, doing some cocktail tasting just to kind of, as I develop the recipe I want to present for it. And so yeah, there's that too. Gosh, anything else? That's probably going to take up most of the week, especially with the training and everything. The training is just so it's draining just because I'm having to take, and this is a test. If anyone who's had to do any sort of training, you know that the true test of whether you know something or not is how you can explain it, how you can show somebody else, how you can teach somebody else. Now, granted, there are some caveats. I mean, you wouldn't necessarily try and teach astrophysics to, somebody who knows nothing about, science. But I think, what did I just read this morning? Something, was it an Einstein quote? I don't know. I don't know who said it, but there's something that's like, if you cannot explain what you do so that a 6-year-old can understand it, then you don't really understand what you do, or something like that. I don't necessarily agree with that, because some people are just not meant to teach. We've all met people like that. But yeah, it can be challenging to take all these things you just do by rote and you've done so long, and try and explain it to somebody who does not have that experience, or is familiar with it in general concept, but not in the way that it's done. So yeah, I mean, it's translation. It's trying to make things work is what it is. And it's okay. It's okay. We'll get through it. But yeah, so I think that's my update. The good news is, that Mercury retrograde ends on Tuesday. Now, granted, there's usually a little bit of, aftermath, that shadow zone that hangs out. So, but maybe some communication things will start improving, because that's always a good thing. I hope the last few weeks have been okay for you in that respect. Also, according to the calendar, today is the solstice, so it is officially summer now. Now, granted, a lot of us have been like, yeah, no kidding. And we've come full circle to the heat and humidity. Hopefully the heat dome or whatever that's going on out in the West will resolve itself in a little bit, and maybe people will be able to stop dealing with such record high temperatures out there. My friends out there they're like, the ACs cannot keep up. And I'm hoping to go out there for a visit in August. So yeah, I really hope things improve. I'll get to test out that whole, but it's a dry heat thing, right? I mean, that's kind of the way it is. But anyway, so I'm going to wrap this up so that I can get back to work, and also do a little bit of self-care Sunday kind of stuff, getting ready for this next week coming up. And I wish you well. I wish you the opportunity to be creative, that you make that opportunity for yourself. I wish you peace and contentment and joy whenever possible, as much as possible. And yeah, I'll see you in another couple weeks. Or no, not 2 weeks. I'll have news for you in 2 weeks, but I'll see you next week. All right. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Bye.